Hello and welcome to Tolumnia Peach and Orchids. Today we will be mounting the Tolumnia Peach. The blooms failed, as we know. The little branch, I don't think I can focus. The little branch is growing. I'm not sure if I leave it on or not, but down the fan it's starting a new growth. That growth is putting out roots, so let's mount it. I'm not quite sure still. I'm not quite sure still why it failed the blooms. It's a bit strange. You grow a spike as an orchid, and then all of a sudden things as the blooms open. Wait a minute, I'm not in the class. I'm not in a perfect greenhouse again, and then drop the blooms. But it might be still the change of environment. But there is my Phalaenopsis Venus. Wait, let me focus. There. And the buds are blasting. Blooms are going over. And then the very strangest thing is, look at the buds on the aberrants. They are still looking great. Plump, healthy, and full of them. Look at that new growth. Nice. And the buds on the Timothy Christopher are also still looking good. Strong, healthy and plump and growing. And I'm still not quite sure what happens. That one is still in bloom for a long time now, and growing a new spike. But what I think what happened was we are both smokers in here, and it's been quite cold lately. So normally I have the window on a little bit tilted, so there can be fresh air all the time. And I think because we closed it up because it was cold and a lot of cold air rushed in, I think the air became stale with smoker's debris, and that might have been the reason those tiny and delicate blooms are failing. The Harveyanum, it is closing the blooms too after a week, a little bit more than a week. So that's quite fast too. And I think that's the reason the blooms fail so fast, because why you should, except from that, why you should keep your buds alive and well and open the blooms and then all of a sudden drop them off. So I think it's the debris in our smoke that became stale air in a too closed environment. I've remedied that, so let's hope it's fixed, but I'm a bit rambling, so let's get on with mounting Tolumnia Peach. But first, what's in the pot? So let's have a look. It came out very easy. I can see the reason why it was failing, or at least this part is failing. The rhizome, oh, it's all the way down to the bottom of the pot. I will show you in a moment. Those are all this old manky roots. And I watered it, and I thought that I was giving it too little water, so I was soaking it a bit more or longer. And yes, the rhizome goes all through the bottom of the pot. It's quite good bark still. So look at this. Look, this is all rhizome. That is all rhizome, right up until here. So, well, I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna snap that off. I really don't think I need to wash it, really, because it's looking quite good. But let me take a scissors. So I got all the stuff here. Now, let's look where we can make the cut. And this old part can get out. Yeah, take that off. Maybe I can peel it off. Man, it's really where. Is my scissors strong enough? Yes, they are. It's a part of the old rhizome. There's an old fan here that's dying. That's it. And I'll show you. Where's the shot? There it is. A clean rhizome. That's great. So yeah, this was quite an easy taking off part. We'll clean it up a bit, get the old sheets off. I think I will leave the spike on because it's still green and it's producing a branch. So let's clean it up a bit. Don't be too harsh. Let's leave it at. There's a new growth here coming on the fan with the, what you call it, with spike. Be careful, Michael, not to hurt. I'm leaving that sheet. I'm afraid I will harm the. Oh, there's another new growth coming here too. Oh, that's great. There are roots starting here. Put that aside. And let's see how we will be mounting it. About something like this. Like this. Would that be a nice view? I think so. Maybe even a bit lower. I think a bit lower. Yes, that's the way it will go. Make a loop. That's strange. That's better. That's an old fan, one of the biggest too, by the way. So, like that. Hold it about the way I want it. Jiggle it, do not corrupt the growth. Okay, like that. Put it back. Something to hold it tight. Like so. Just, oh man, that's a bit too rough. Come on, hold. Thank you. Some bark's coming off still. The rest I'll leave on. Would that be a nice view? So, well, that would look rather nice. This is the latest growth with the spike. There's the new growth. There's the growth which is starting roots. And another new growth here behind the back, at the back, which I'm going to free because it's behind the string, so like so. Yes, that's better. That way the new growth, that new growth can find its own way. The laminias don't need much water of moss in most circumstances. Oh crap. and dropping it all on the floor. And doggy hairs in very well. And a bit on top. That should be enough. There's the new growth. If that starts making roots, they can get to the moss. Get your foot off the rope, Michael. Tolumnia is like a fast wet-dry cycle, so they really don't need much moss. There's a nice nook. So what I find in my environment, a bit of moss is a pro, as for it to stay just a bit more moist, just a bit longer. Just one more loop, just around the base. And then we'll turn it around to tie it off. Make sure the tag is on. Oh, there goes some moss. Yeah, that looks great, I think. And let's hope it's happy again. There's the moss. There's one new growth. There's another. This is a bit older fan. Which is starting new roots, which is great. That one is growing on nicely. The roots are really capable of picking up moisture, as you can see, because they turn green up instantly. So this is the mounting of the Tolumnia. Fairly straightforward. Hope to see you soon. Houdoe.